Hello everybody, Iain Robson here, welcome back to Chellington Farm. Alright, we got what's going on today. If you recall from the previous episode, we raked up all of this dry hay here, and it's ready to be baled. And as you see, I got the Fendt here with the New Holland baler, and we're going to go ahead and get this baled up. So I'm not sure how many bales we're going to get out of this. Let's just check. Lower the pickup there. There we go. Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure how many bales we're going to get out of this, and we'll see. I'm going to have to increase my cruise control a little bit here. There we go. That's better. And what we'll do is we'll see how far we get. We shouldn't get a crazy number of bales, but we'll see how it goes. Now, I seem to recall from the last time I did a little bit of baling that people were like, you should bale the outside headland first because then you're not running over it all the time. So that's what we're going to do this time around, is bale the headland first, and then we'll go in to the other spots there. But let's see. There we go. At 100%. Let's pop that bale out. Nice. I wonder how many bales we're going to get. So that's one. Alright. See how it goes from here. So, some people said it was really, if I go at like an appropriate speed, some people are like, oh, it's way too slow. Other people are like, no, that's fine. Other people, you know, I'm just going to mix it up a little bit. So what I've enjoyed doing, to be kind of as efficient as possible without missing a bunch, is I'll manually control the how fast we go, and then once I hear the beep from the baler itself, what I'll do is I put it on cruise control and then let it get the last little bit, because it's much better at collecting the rest of it than I am. Nope. And then, oh, there it goes. That was easy. And I don't know, I just find it's kind of a good combination. So all I'll do is I'll go at a moderate speed when I'm doing this little part here, and then once I hear the beep from the baler, like I said, I will just hit the cruise control. Then it'll slowly come to a stop once it has 100%. Oh. There it goes, 100%. And it's cool because if you look in the rear view mirrors, you'll see, if you look right here, you'll see the baler arm, or the baler part, come up and go down. Works fairly well. Alright, looks like I missed this little part down here. That's fine. Alright, let's get these little sections here and go from there. I don't know, I think speed on a field for baling would really depend, I think, on how level the terrain is, and if it's really level or not very level at all, in a lot of cases at least. I think a lot of guys probably can bale faster than they actually do, and that might be for safety reasons too, for all we know, right? So in a lot of cases it may not be safe to bale at, 30 kilometers an hour or something. So there you go. If you look in the rear view mirror again, you can see the bale arm go up and down. I think that's really cool. Or of course, there's always this method as well. I'm better at missing parts of the windrow this way though, as you just discovered. And that's primarily because I'm just not following the windrow as closely as I could. Alright. That's what I've discovered, at least. Just with the way I drive, it seems like if I am doing it from out of the cab like this, I find that I tend to miss a lot, as opposed to being in cab, where I don't tend to miss nearly as much. There you go, there's 100%. And again, you can tell that you can tell that the bale is out, basically because what happens is if you look at the way the tractor kind of bounces a little bit, And that's primarily from the weight. One of the balers I would like to get, I don't know if I actually put it in here or not, I don't remember. Let's see, baling technology. Did I put it in here? No. I did not. I have it. Oh no, there's that one is a McHale Fusion, which will wrap the bales, which is only 65,000. We probably could 65,000. We probably could actually get that now that I'm thinking about it. 65,000 is not very much. The other baler that I was thinking about getting is a bit more expensive than that, but it'll basically do the same thing. There we go. And we'll get this windrow right here. Or miss a large chunk of it. Whichever way works. Nice. Alright, so I'll be back when we finish most of this field, I suppose. Alright, just finishing up the last little pass here. I think this is the last windrow at least. So, finish this up, see how many bales we ended up with. Looks like we're ended up with about 10 or 15 bales. Something in that area. That's my guess, at least. Nice. Get a cow right there. Huh. Gotta love that. Whoops, wrong button. There we go. Let's move forward a little bit and get the last little bit here. One of the downfalls of this baler versus like the old John Deere 865 or 835, whichever, I forget which number it is now. One of the ones from 2013 is that you could expel the last little bit of, so if you had like a half bale in there, you could get rid of the half bale, which I thought was really neat. And you can't do that with this. I don't know how full I am either. 55%. You might be able to get 55% out of this. It's entirely possible. Maybe not. There are bits and pieces all over the place, but you may not be able to get the last little bit of it. Anyways, lift the baler, lift the pickup, I should say, and let's double check to see how many bales we got in the end. We got 14. That was pretty close, actually. 15 bales. Alright, so ideally in real life you would get rid of the extra hay in here. Alas, I cannot. So what we'll do is we will do this actually. We'll turn this tractor off and let's check on the productivity of our cows quickly. So they have no TMR, they have silage now, but see how they're at 44%? That's just from the silage. One of the cool things about silage. Anyways, so what we can do is we'll grab this guy right here and we'll grab one of these hay bales and we'll give it to our cows. Technically, we should probably wait for it a little bit first. Let's turn these forks down. So this is one of the disadvantages of having these pincers as opposed to the bale spikes, but they both work in the end. There we go. Close that. Lift that up. There we go. Alright, so let's put this into position and give it to our cows and see how they like it. Should increase our productivity a little bit. Let's just get lined up there. There we go. And that should be good. Let's check it out. Excellent. There we go. Now our cows have grass and mixed rations and straw. So that should increase their productivity up to about somewhere in the neighborhood of I think it's 10%, I want to say. Somewhere in that area. 10%, something like that. Alright, so the other thing we can do now is, of course, let's go to the shop real quickly and let's pick up some animals. So we're going to go ahead and pick up some sheep. So I said we were going to pick up some sheep this series as well, so we're going to go ahead and do that right now. So let's pick up, I don't know, 20, let's see. How many is 20 going to set us back? Oh, 30 works. 30 it is. And what we'll do is we'll take one of these bales of grass to our sheep as well, and that'll increase their productivity as well, which will be good. And this is the reason why we did all this prep first, is so we could actually give this to our animals. Now the funny thing about sheep is they're not as picky as some other animals, as far as I know at least. I'm not an expert. Well, because we can do it that way too. They're not as picky as other animals, so you can basically feed them quite a selection of food, and they will eat it. As far as I know, at least. I'm not a sheep farmer, so. Well, there we go. That's that. And let's go over to the sheep's. I believe they are. We kind of have to take a little bit of a trek to get there from here, though. As far as I know. I think they're on the other side. Let's lift this bale up a little bit higher here. Don't want it to drag on the ground. There we go. And the sheep are, I think, can you get them to from here? No. Okay, you do have to go all the way around. Okay. So, let's go all the way around then. So, the sheep are way off on this side over here. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but this is where they go. Right over here, so I'll have to open up the gate there, because the gate is currently locked. It's strange though, they have a gate for the sheep, but they don't have one for the cows. I thought that was a bit odd. I guess because you have a front gate or something, and I guess you can let the sheep roam. You can't let the sheep roam around, but you can let the cows roam around, I suppose. Alright, so I believe this is where we can feed them. So we'll just put that in the trough itself, and then we'll give it to our sheep. There we go. Nice. So now our sheep have 4,000 feed, and they should stay productive. And I don't know where this has straws, if you should put straw in there, but I don't think we actually need to. No, don't think so. I'm just curious as to where the actual wool ends up. Maybe it's at the main farm back there and I just haven't seen it. Ah well. Anyways, there we go. Our sheep are productive now. Our cows are productive now, which is excellent for us. So now, we're going to need some pallet forks eventually, actually, now that I think about it. Going to need some pallet forks. Because we don't have anywhere to pick up, or we can't pick up the wool pallets anywhere. Are they over here? Is this where they come? No. I thought maybe it was over here for a second just because of the way it looked. Alright, so what we need to do next is we need to pick up a couple of things. Alright, so let's go take a look at the shop and what we got. We have only $1,500, so we actually can't buy anything. But there's a couple things we will need. So one of the things we will need to make TMR, of course, is a TMR mixer. Not that one, of course. We'll need a TMR mixer, which is $40,000 for this pull behind one. 90 horsepower, which is about probably just enough for our... Maybe enough for our John Deere, I'm not sure. But we can pull it behind the fence for sure. So we need 40 grand for that. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to hop into the other tractor here, and I'll put the baler away, and then we'll sell a load of grain and see where we end up. So we need 40,000 is what we need in total. Probably closer to 50 if I'm honest. So remember, we had the contractors come in, that's why we have a little bit of grain in our grain bin again. And we will go from there. Alright, so let me get hooked up and I'll be back in a sec. Alright, so just getting a little bit of grain here from our grain dryer, it looks like. It's kind of a nice little design, actually. It's a bit different than what you normally see. Normally, in a lot of American maps, I tend to see big horizontal type grain dryers, but that's kind of a cool little design there. So, as you remember, there's only one sell point here on this map, and it's not terribly difficult to get to, which is lucky for us. Let's make sure there's no traffic coming. Oh, doesn't seem to be. Oh, that's fairly good, actually. Usually there's traffic just going up and down this road all the time, so I'm sure we'll catch up to a couple. Maybe it's early in the morning still, and that's why there's not very much traffic. I don't think it changes based on time of day, but maybe it does, who knows. Maybe, I don't know, I've never actually thought about that. For the longest time I had traffic turned off, and it's not too bad with it on, but it, depending on what you're doing, it can be extremely annoying when you have the traffic on, so it just depends on the activity that you are doing. Like, for example, if you are karting like this, right, like I am right now, it can be annoying sometimes because a lot of times your tractor can go faster than the car itself. So like right now, for example, I'm doing 60 clicks, which is faster than that car goes. Make sure that's not there. Make a nice wide turn here. Don't clip any cars. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I don't know why the standard speed is only 30 kilometers an hour. You would think that it would actually be faster, but it's not for whatever reason, so that always threw me off. Because normally cars travel a little bit faster than... oh, there goes a train. Normally cars travel a bit faster than tractors, but not in this map. Well, not in these areas here. There we go. Alright, and we'll go over the little grain here. Grain elevator. We'll stop there, take a look at the weight. What do we got? 24,570. Not too bad. And take a nice big turn here. Excellent. That should be good. See how much money we make. I like this. Some of the areas like this because it has like stuff like, you know, has an old forklift, got some tippers laying around, another forklift. They both look a little bit like they've been rusted a little bit, but that's fine. How much did we end up with? So we ended up with 7,904. Not terrible. So we'll go from there. So what I'll do is I'll do a couple more loads off screen. I think next time we'll come back and see if we can't get a TMR mixer. So until next time, folks, my name's Iain Robson. This has been Chellington Farm, and this has also been Farming Simulator 2015. And if you enjoyed yourself, why don't you go ahead and hit that share button? I'd really appreciate that. I'll catch you guys later.